The peacock. A pretty, if a bit pushy and ill-tempered bird you see at the zoo sometimes, right? Nothing more to the story? Well, if you're into Thelema or other aspects of the occult, that is not the end of the story at all. Next in our coverage is the peacock as a significant bit of symbolism for those occultists who tap dance for you in Hollywood and croon out in Motown. It's quite the challenge to try and research these people because they borrow from everything and then a pencil might hold some esoteric occult significance to them. It's absurd. But does magic work? That's why they do it after all, and why they spend years studying mumbo-jumbo that always seems to work, because frankly the key ingredient is merely the demons they invoke. If you listen to the practitioners, they always insist it does work. Magic, that is. It is those who have no experience of such things who doubt it, and who of course trust the supposedly organic popular opinion that it is all just fairy tales. But then, as you on this channel are starting to understand, most of your world goes to Hogwarts, and secrecy and silence is their creed. Not only does the Bible tell us that magic is real, but those who are practicing it today tell you the same thing. They just know that they can say such things openly and you're going to be so asleep you won't even bat an eye at it. You'll just turn on Sean Hannity in the evening and enjoy a nice ice-cold Coca-Cola. So while it might seem most significant in this discussion to point out that the peacock is associated with the sun god in the Eye of Horus, and that is certainly a worthy thing to note, and you can further research it yourselves because you're here online after all, we really need to look at its importance to a particular sun-worshipping fertility cult in Iraq, Syria, and Turkey, interestingly historical Babylon, by the name of the Yazidi. They worship a sun god named Shamash, whose messenger is an angel they call Melek Tawuzi, who is also called Azazel. You might know of him from 1st Enoch, the one who came down to copulate with human women. Their god Shamash, incidentally, is the Akkadian sun god Shamash, no debate. Aleister Crowley had this to say about the Yazidi. Aiwaz is not, as I had supposed, a mere formula like many angelic names, but it is the true, most ancient name of the god of the Yazidis, and thus returns to the highest antiquity. Our work is therefore historically authentic, the rediscovery of the Sumerian tradition. Now, Aiwaz was the demon that instructed Crowley how to write his Book of the Law. Aiwaz is why you have Thelema, and do what thou wilt. But Crowley is essentially stating here that the god of Thelema is Shamash, the sun god. And of course his messenger is the peacock angel, Melek Tawuzi. Isn't that interesting? So whether they are alluding to the Eye of Horus, which they may be doing, or whether they are referring to the god of the Yazidi, who is the Akkadian sun god, we know it's all solar worship. Their creation story tells of how this Melek Tawuzi created their line of humanity, as they are a people set apart, by taking Adam's seed, placing it in a jar, and burying it under a tree, 9 months later resulting in someone they call Sahib ben Jar, which translates as son of the jar. It is from this jar that the Yazidi believe they are descendants from. So according to their own mythology, this is their people descending from sex between Adam and Melek Tawuzi, and this Sahib ben Jar was Seth, according to them. The Yazidi have a very, shall we say, liberal view about sexuality, something the media never really mentions when covering them, not too unlike how at the 11th degree of the OTO, you practice sodomy magic. It's homosexual magic. Crowley wrote quite a bit about the significance of the peacock to Thelema. Liber 418, Aha, 777. You can also find references in the books of Kenneth Grant or the alchemist J. Daniel Gunther. It's very clear that this peacock messenger holds some very important significance to Thelemites. But for some reason, the light bulb moment doesn't come on for these magicians, that it's odd that the same deities appear to them, teaching them the same things, using the same motifs, how Horus is Harpocrates, and on and on and on. The key ingredient is that they are playing with demons. Not that any of this smoke and mirrors is real. Most of them will even admit it. It's mostly baloney, but hey, if the ritual works, and they get what they want, who's to put up a fuss? Details. Mere details.
Donny Osmond.
How are you, Bob?
So good to see you.
So good to see you, too.
Entertainment icon and
whatever.
the peacock.
I am the peacock.
They do it because it works. Heck, Thelemites are so deluded they think they follow Jesus and Satan. Seriously, it's that old checkerboard floor again. Now all of this is a deep subject, but I'm offering here only a primer and trying to keep these videos in this series pretty short. So with that, I encourage you to check out my Pinterest boards included in the description and to subscribe to my backup channel there as well. Until next time, God bless each and every one of you in Jesus' mighty name.
When I was able to pick out my outfit, I says, okay, I want to be a peacock. And there's a lot of reasons for that. But